Say what you will, but it was the Redmi series that put Xiaomi on the map in India. Striking the perfect balance between performance, battery life, and price, the Redmi series hit it out of the park and developed a massive following. So when Xiaomi today announced a two-pronged approach towards its next generation hardware, we were suitably excited. Along with the Redmi Note 5 that adopts a fresh new design with an 18:9 screen and improved optics, the company introduced a higher-end Pro variant that takes the regular Note 5 and kicks everything up a notch. Let's take a closer look. The Redmi Note 5 Pro takes everything good about the Redmi Note 4's design and shoehorns it into the ongoing trend of 18:9 displays. Gone are the capacitive controls replaced by on-screen buttons. The display is an 18:9 panel which makes it slimmer along the width and has consequentially allowed Xiaomi to place a larger display here. The panel itself is more than satisfactory and produces a contrast-rich image that makes video content and photographs look fantastic. The screen has a peak brightness of 450 nits, and even in bright sunlight surroundings, we were able to view on-screen content, though glare can be a bit of an issue. The Note 5 Pro retains all the positives and negatives of a typical Xiaomi button and port arrangement. The right side has a volume rocker and power button. Both the buttons are a step up from the Note 4, bringing you just the right amount of give and near perfect hand feel. The other side houses the hybrid SIM card slot. Meanwhile, you'll notice that the phone still uses micro USB for charging and data transfers. Well, at least you get conveniences like a 3.5mm audio jack and an IR blaster up top. Be prepared to do a double take when you flip over the Redmi Note 5 Pro. Inspired by the iPhone X, the dual camera island is placed in a formation that is equal measures good looking and highly derivative. Moving on, in the center you'll observe the fingerprint sensor that continues to be ergonomically placed. The back panel is made of aluminum of course, but the end caps are plastic to allow for better antenna performance. One of the first phones to run on the Snapdragon 636 platform, there's a marked jump up in performance compared to the Snapdragon 625 variant. The octa-core chipset has 8 Cryo 260 cores that are clocked up at 1.8 GHz in a combination of two clusters, where one is higher powered and the other is clocked a bit lower. The higher clocked Cryo cores are based on the semi-custom Cortex A73 cores, whereas the lower clocked cluster is based on Cortex A53. Now these are the same Cryo cores that you also spot on the Snapdragon 660, just with a lower clock speed. The chipset supports the Adreno 509 GPU, which brings with it a modest jump in GPU performance. The Redmi Note 5 Pro is running MIUI 9 and it keeps the same feature set that we've detailed on other devices too. Fresh software additions include the option to mirror the on-screen buttons or to hide them altogether if you prefer a cleaner look. The camera module on the Redmi Note 5 Pro, both at the front and the back, is rather special. Let's start off with the rear camera. The Note 5 Pro's sensor modules are placed within a raised black stack that holds the 12MP sensor along with the secondary 5MP camera that is used for depth sensing. In the middle of the two, you'll observe a dual LED flash. Meanwhile, the front camera has a 20MP sensor that should let you get in an immense amount of details in your shots. The Redmi Note 5 Pro is a feature-packed device with a spec list that goes on and on. So far we've only scratched the surface and we hope to have a review for you very soon. The company's announced the phone today and we've got the pricing up here. In the meanwhile, if you've got any questions at all, please let us know. Thanks for watching.